Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Professor Huyang from Ahsoka. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the package here, we do see that it is in that new plastic packaging, so we can see everything we get with the figure. Comes with all of these little accessories here. It says Professor Huyang from Star Wars Ahsoka. We have some nice artwork here on the side, looks really cool, nothing on the side, and it says, set after the fall of the Jedi Empire, Ahsoka follows former Jedi Knight Ahsoka Tano as she investigates an emerging threat to a vulnerable galaxy. Again, it's just a generic write-up, but, you know, we get what we get. Let's get him opened up and take a closer look. Starting off with his accessories, he does come with this really cool backpack, and this thing is really, really nice. It's got some nice articulation to it. The arms kind of unfold this way. It looks very much like a battle droid, which is kind of cool. Then these little arms can actually fold over and come over around his head and help him do stuff in front of him or behind him. I like the paint apps on here. I like the color choice is what I mean. There's not a lot of paint apps, but I like the color choice here. Looks really cool. That color kind of emulates the plastic that he's cast in. You can see the plug that plugs on his back and a little bit of detail there. We do have this data pad, which has a lot of paint apps on it for a simple data pad. I would dare say that this data pad's probably got more paint apps than some Black Series figures altogether. But that thing's really nice. And then he also comes with, I don't know what this is, a personal back massager. It is a lightsaber training hilt. It is a microphone. I don't know what this is. If somebody knows in the comments what this is, please let me know. It does have a couple of paint apps on it. But yeah, I don't really know what this is. And then we have Professor himself here looking really, really cool. I love the paint apps on the head. I love his little monocle sculpted up there and painted as if it would come down over his eye. Of course, it doesn't. You can see there's some little supports for the backpack plus the plug. We'll see how they factor in. You got those droid exposed wires, which looks really nice. But to me, what's really cool is this belt loincloth piece here. This thing is really cool. I love the colors. I love all the detail, all the pouches, and all the little doodads that are all over it. It looks really cool. You probably keep some snacks in there. Look at all of the detail and the piston work on the legs and everything. It looks really cool. As far as articulation goes, he does have that 2-point articulated head and neck, so he gets lots of range of motion and movement there. You can get so many expressions just moving that head around. You can get that forward neck movement there. Arms can go all the way out to the side and hit that T-pose. Better than Ahsoka, which is kind of odd. That's really neat. Nice little rotation there all the way around. No upper bicep swivel. He does have a hinge, 90-degree hinge and swivel at the elbow. We have horizontal hinge and swivel on the wrist, pretty much like a battle droid would. The hands are very much battle droid hands. That's what it reminds me of. We have no upper torso articulation, just one point at the waist. He can lean forward about that far, but back all the way that far. We don't need much articulation out of these legs, but you can see they do kind of swivel at the top. There's no upper thigh cut. Legs can go as pretty much as far forward as the HK Assassin droid we took a look at earlier this week. They can only go out to the side that far, back that far. We got about a 90-degree hinge and swivel at the knee, and then a hinge and a rocker on the foot. So let's get this backpack on and see how that works. How does this plug in? Sorry, I am all off camera, guys. I apologize. How does this push in? Oh, it just kind of sits inside of those, and it kind of rests there. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, you do have to kind of get them around his little horns on the side of his head, whatever those are, his auditory receivers. But yeah, they look really cool, helping him do, whenever he's, whether he's knitting or doing some crochet work in front of him. These little arms will help him do that. They do kind of want to pull out of those supports. I am so sorry I'm off camera, guys. I have a hard time remembering where my camera is. But let's go ahead and give him his microphone for Droid Karaoke Night. I wonder what song he would sing. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. That's probably what he's singing. But he's reading the lyrics off of the data pad, and there he is. He's ready for karaoke night. So let's get this guy under some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how he poses up. Man, you can't have an Ahsoka figure from Ahsoka without Professor Huyang. He is just he is great. I loved him. I loved his character in the show, and I loved everything about him. He was just great. I loved him from the Clone Wars, and I'm glad to see him sort of like make that jump from animated back to live action, which is really cool. I love this figure. I love a lot of the details that he comes with. Definitely love that lower cloak loin piece. That would make some awesome custom fodder for, if somebody wants to customize and make other figures. But this guy looks incredible. I'm not the biggest fan of the color that he was cast in, of the plastic. I wish that would have been painted instead of cast in that plastic color. It just looks a little weird and a little off. I remember him being a little more bronzy, a little more silvery bronze color in the show. And here he's kind of like this pale, like bone color, which is a little weird. But other than that, I really dig this figure, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.